What's up YouTube? I'm Steven, you're watching Analog Auto, and this is the 2021 BMW M4. Alright, driving the 2021 BMW M4. This is an amazing car. I'm super fortunate to have gotten this through the Apturo, which not a sponsor or anything, just I love being able to rent fun and interesting cars. So not a paid advertisement, but if you guys want to enjoy something out of the ordinary and something that's not your typical rental car, yeah, hit up Turo. It's great. But this car's great. I've had it for 3 days now. We're down here in the sunny Keys, Florida Keys. Some really nice roads out here, great scenery. But yeah, to speak towards the M4, it is a great, comfortable cruiser that can handle with the best of them. The first thing I noticed when I jumped in was just how incredibly direct the steering is. I mean, it's so tight and so on center. I mean, just the tiniest little movement sends you in a predictable direction. That being said, it's not twitchy at all. It's not, doesn't feel uneasy or nervous, which, man, it's crazy to think you can make steering this tight and this precise and not have it feel darty and all over the road. So a little about the M4 we have today. This one is the standard M4, not the competition. So I'm able to get this amazing 6-speed manual transmission, which I know that the manual is down on power a slight bit over the competition. But honestly, with how engaging this 6-speed is and how notchy and, you know, the automatic rev matching, which is amazing, I just don't understand why you would want the automatic. Yeah, if you want the absolute out and out straight line performance, I think you get 0.2 second quicker to 0 to 60 with the automatic. But if you want 0 to 60 straight line performance, just buy a Tesla Plaid. I mean, this, MSRP about 71,000. Good luck finding a 6-speed manual at 71,000. You're probably looking more in the 80 to 90,000 range. And for that, just, get a Tesla. Get a Tesla if that's what you care about. For me, and absolutely nothing against people who drive Teslas. I think they're awesome cars as well. But, just like that connection of man and machine, the rolling of your own gears. It's just nice. It's engaging. It makes you feel like you're actually doing something. This car does have plenty of nannies, rightfully so. Plenty of traction control settings, stability control, anti-lock brakes, all that stuff. The 0 to 60 for this is about 4.8 seconds with the manual transmission, about 4.5 with the automatic, and you're achieving that with 473 horsepower out of the 3-liter twin turbo. Inline 6, which, man, just sings like a top. Just, it's like a sewing machine. I love it. So little. The only vibration you feel is the suspension is a little rough. It comes through. It doesn't really come through the steering wheel. I think that's probably from the electronic steering instead of hydraulic, which I really can't even complain about. It's nice to not have all the undulations in the road coming through the steering wheel, kind of maybe you're trying to overcorrect that and upset the car a little. I know purists would like the hydraulic steering, which I understand, but for us people who aren't Parnelli Jones, I think that the electronically assisted steering is just perfectly fine. The only negative I would have about this car, and it's not even a negative, would be what you're getting for the money. The interior is beautiful, don't get me wrong. It's typical German styling, minimalistic, to the point, direct, but in a timeless, good way, in my opinion. You know, the seats are nice. You got ventilated seats, digital gauges, nice touchscreen. But for the money, it's hard to justify this over, say, a Mustang GT. And I know, you know, people shopping this and shopping Mustang GT, probably not the same people, but if we're being practical, the Mustang GT on paper is almost exactly like this car, or this car is exactly like that, however you want to look at it. You know, 473 horsepower in this, I believe 470 in the Mustang GT. Depending on the variant you get, it could be a little more. 6-speed manual, 6-speed manual. 0 to 60, about the same. Weight, the Mustang actually comes in a little less, about 150 to 200 pounds less than this. You know, and the Mustang's interior is nothing to scoff at this point. I know, you know, saying that a few years ago would be sacrilege, but it's a nice place to be. Maybe not as nice as this, but man, for half the price, it's you know, your money just goes so much farther with say a Mustang GT. You know, probably more aftermarket support. You know, cheaper cost of ownership. But that being said, we don't buy cars like this to be practical. There's nothing practical about this. If we wanted to be practical, we could all go get you know, Toyota Corollas. Not that a 6-speed Toyota Corolla wouldn't be fun. Unfortunately, they are killing off the 6-speed in the Corolla, which sad day. Another manual transmission bites the dust, but yeah, back to my point, we don't buy cars, sports cars like this to be practical. We buy them that gives us a sense of enjoyment, and if you know, something with the BMW badge on it, the German engineering, the German styling, if that's what does it for you, then yeah, you have every right to buy this over the Mustang, and you don't need to justify that in any way. For me, someone that $100,000 car, more or less, would be a little out of reach. I think I would put my money into the Mustang GT. But that's just myself. One thing I do love is the auto rev matching. I don't know if you can hear it there, shifting third, blips the throttle. I know that purists want to heel toe, but I have size 12 feet, and sometimes it's a little hard for me. But so I enjoy the auto blip. That being said, the brake pedal does come up and over the clutch pedal, which I have, you know, once or twice. If you give a little too much purchase on the clutch pedal, you know, not with the ball or toes of your feet, you run the risk of hitting the top of the brake pedal, which is a little disconcerting. I did it twice, and after that I definitely you know, realized what I was doing and corrected, and it hasn't been an issue, not even really a thought since, but just something to notice when you jump in. I have to say, I've driven a few cars with the heads-up display, and this one is among some of the best. It's very crisp and noticeable without being distracting. Some of them are a lot more colorful, which can look cool in the moment, but in just my opinion, I find them a little distracting when they add a lot of colors. This is a real crisp white with just a little bit of color at the rev limiter, so I could see the tachometer, my speed, the posted speed limit, and what gear I'm in, which is all the pertinent information when you're driving spiritedly. And once you turn on the GPS, whether through Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, it shows your turn by turn in the heads up, which is awesome. keeps your eyes on the road. The exhaust note in this car is maybe a little more muted than I expected it to be with you know, cars nowadays having the active exhaust, which this one does. I can switch it to the quiet mode, the M sound control they call it, the M sound off, M sound on. To be honest, it doesn't make that much of a noticeable difference. You're not going to be pissing off your neighbors leaving in this car. It does have some little pops and crackles on diesel. When you have the windows down, you can hear it. But yeah, just a good throaty sound. I don't know if it'll come through at all in the camera, but yeah, it's pleasant. It doesn't drone on. Alright, let's get on it a little and see if you can hear some of the exhaust sound come through. Chirp in third. Man, this car's quick. This car is very fast. It's awesome. It's amazing how much speed you can carry, and you know, it just not feel like it. I mean, you can definitely get yourself into trouble in this. It's just so funny and amazing how engineers have been able to hunker down a car so much that you can do triple-digit speeds and not even scoff at it, not even realize. In the past, just for an example, I had a Toyota Celica GTS, and it was an amazingly fun little car to toss around. But when you're doing 100 miles an hour in that car, you felt like you were doing 100 miles an hour. This, not so much. Not so much. So just, which is all the more reason I'm thankful for the heads-up display that predominantly shows my speed, so I don't break any laws or get myself into too much trouble here. So let's talk about the elephant with the gigantic nose in the room. The front end of the BMW M3, M4, super either, I honestly don't know if I've heard people loving it. Either you hate it or love it. I did not like it when I first saw it revealed online, but living with it for a few days, I don't think it's gonna, you know, win any design awards or be a timeless classic like past BMWs, but I also don't think it's that bad. It's really kind of grown on me. Like I said, I wouldn't say it's my favorite design aspect of the car, but it's not. It would never keep me from buying this. That wouldn't be a determining factor. Especially with, I mean, you look at any car, SUV nowadays, the grills just seem to keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and I wonder if you know, between the needs for the cooling of the twin turbo straight six and just the design language of every other car company, if BMW thought they needed to make their car have a bigger statement in the front, and man, they succeeded. It's definitely saying something, but yeah, not a deal breaker. I think that if you're hesitant about getting this car or a M3, because of that simple fact, I don't think it'd weigh much on your mind while you're driving it, to be honest. All in all, this is an amazing car. I've totally enjoyed my time with it. At the end of the day, if the price tag doesn't upset you, this is definitely a good purchase. It will put a smile on your face every time you drive it. Or you can put the exhaust in a quiet mode, enjoy the ventilated seats, and hit the cruise control, and do a cross-country trip, and you'd be perfectly comfortable. It's just, you know, it's great that it can be so versatile. But that's it for me, guys. I hope you enjoyed the review. If you did, please like, subscribe, comment. You have no idea how much that helps out. You guys have a great day, night, weekend, whenever you're watching this. And I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks.